I'd also like to ask each of you this question, and Dr. Atkinson, we'll start with you. Where do you see the most critical need for true transformation in North Carolina's public school system?
Well, I go back to one of the purposes of Race at the Top proposal that we have submitted, and that is to increase our graduation rate. Without our having all of our students graduating from our schools prepared for careers and further education and citizenship, we do a disservice to the economic development of North Carolina. And there are many strategies that can be used to improve our graduation rate. And while North Carolina continues to inch up as to the number of students who graduate from our public schools, we have a long way to go.
Dr. Garland?
I think that what we need to do in North Carolina is learn how to infuse technology in the way that our students learn. The students who come to school every day are not the students who came to school when I was in the classroom. These are students who are constantly using cell phones, the internet, computers to communicate, to socially network, and to come into a classroom and be a passive learner and sit and get. That's just not the way North Carolina students want to learn anymore. And so the teachers, many of whom are my age, all need to be transformed in the way they teach so that we can infuse technology into instruction and make it active and exciting. And it's also the way that they'll be learning and performing in the workplace when they leave us.
Mr. McNeal, what do you see that needs true transformation?
Well, I would invoke the 3 R's. I would start with a rigorous curriculum, which is devoted to having standards that align. And I would then look very at the relevance to make certain that if we're talking on a aligned curriculum, that it is relevant and it is based on real-world reality kinds of jobs that students will be getting, preparing them for the future. And then there's the 3rd R, which would be relationships, and that is the effectiveness of the teacher to be able to network, touch, and become that kind of individual that a child not only respects, but he or she also respects children. So those were the 3 things I would focus on.
And Mr. LeSieur?
And when it comes to the classroom and the education of the students, of course, transforming is, when you look at it from the financial side of the picture, it is utilizing the resources that we receive to the best of the ability of the school district for meeting the needs of those students. And from that standpoint, an infusion of funding, federal funding, would help us get there a whole lot quicker.